I'd like to welcome in Matt Barnes and Dave McMenamin. Kendrick Perkins is going to be joining us in just a minute, but that was one of the major trades that shook the newsroom this summer. It went down between the Timberwolves and the Jazz. Oh, hey, Perk, there he is. So for reference, just to remind everybody what the Jazz got for Rudy. How do I say it, Perk? Rudy go who?
Rudy Gobert.
For Rudy Gobert. Just to remind everyone that the haul that the Jazz got here. 4 first-round picks, a 2026 swap, and 5 players. That includes Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverley, Jared Vanderbilt, Walker Kessler, Leandro Bolmaro. So, with Kevin Pelton's Western Conference offseason grades being released, I want to play a little bit of chop it or drop it. So, Matt, I want to start with you on this one. The trade certainly limits Minnesota's options building beyond this. They got a C- for their offseason grade. Chop it or drop it.
Let's chop this. I think the grade was a little harsh. I mean, you are getting a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year in Rudy Gobert. I think where people criticize them, really the main reason why I feel like free agency with big players has completely slowed down is because the overhaul they got with the draft picks, the players, the swaps. I think that's why KD possibly didn't move, why Donovan Mitchell hasn't really moved yet, Kyrie, and to me the list goes on. But at the end of the day, I feel like Minnesota's in a win now. You know, Cat, one of the best young bigs in the game, just signed a 4-year, $214 deal. The young boy, Anthony Edwards, is on the verge of becoming a superstar.
He says so.
Gobert is a solid defensive anchor. He's not giving you much on the offensive end, but they have a lot of young guns around him. So I feel like Minnesota feels like it's time to go right now. And although they're going to hinder themselves in the future, they want to win now. So I'm not too mad at it. I think the grade is a little harsh. I think it's more like a B.
Perk?
Yeah, I think the grade is disrespectful. And for this reason, this one reason only, in my opinion. When I think of who they just moved into to lead their ship in Tim Connelly, like, I think about what he did for the Denver Nuggets. And I think about how he built that roster over there in Denver and time again made sure that they had the right pieces in place to compete and be at the top of the Western Conference. To me, when you get a guy like Rudy and pair him alongside Karl-Anthony Towns, that's going to bring out the best in Karl-Anthony Towns. Again, Karl-Anthony Towns was at the top for us leading in three-point field goal attempts last year. We all know that he don't really want to bang in the paint like that. So when you get a defensive anchor that's willing to be a rim protector, willing to go and grab 12 to 15 rebounds a game, also play his role and be a lob threat at the basket, it's going to open up things for Karl-Anthony Towns on the outside of things. So when I think of Tim Connelly, just him in particular, I would never question his eye or his thoughts on how he's building a roster, because he has showed us that he's capable of putting things together to move in the right direction.
I mean, Matt and Perk both know that bad things happen when teams play not to lose versus play to win. And this is Tim Connelly, in my opinion, playing to win, making a move, stepping into that role that he was hired for to move the franchise to a level it's never been before. Now, if you want to give it a C- because you think just black or white, this squad won't win a championship, I guess, fine. But did the team get better? Are they one of the most talked about franchises since that instance occurred? Of course they are. And I want to see it play out. I mean, I'm certainly giving it a much closer to an A- than a C-.
Okay.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.